from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from the Steel City. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, #2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball and pick up the first down.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Trying again. Another one to Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. It's not the big play. Staying ahead of the chains is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll step up and run. And the Texans are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Texans, first down. First and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
It's a loss of 1.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
On second down, Stroud. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on third and goal? The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
The first down run picks up 8, so now it's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. They'll motion over Thielen. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simple. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rodgers. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
On third down, Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent.
It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield. And he's in! Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Texans 3.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
So, from the 37, here's second down and a yard. On play action, Stroud. Will find his big target, the tight end Stover. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Third down and 3. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on third and short.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Woody Marks. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The Steelers first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
We'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it. 2nd down and 2. From the shotgun, it's Aaron. He'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll run the draw with Warren. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. He's going to be taken down at about the 30s. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Rodgers going up top again. It's made by Thielen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That's another Steelers first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
To throw is Rodgers. He pulls it in around the 5. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren, touchdown Steelers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Steelers 14, Texans 3. Chris
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready for this next possession. They trailed out 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down. Now Stroud to the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 14.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Another Texans first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Houston.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Here's a handoff to Marks. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll go again with Marks. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 2.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
That's to the tight end, Stover. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
2nd and 7. Handoff here, and it's Marks. Oh, the ball's out. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And that will lead to a second down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
To Calvin Austin. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Rodgers. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. I believe one of the Steelers was in there and brought it in. He did. So it stays with Pittsburgh.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Noel. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. Toward the boundary, taken in by Collins. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that one.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, Stroud. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll be stopped short of 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
At the 5-yard line.
come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. He will do it himself. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Texans 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. A-Rod down to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen to Gainwell. Now Pittsburgh will bang the timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And 8 at the 30-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing, Rodgers. Half reels it in on the right side. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Anderson. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren who starts the drive. Showing off the elusiveness there. Able to dance his way forward. It's a gain of about 4.
32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. But TJ Speed's getting in there to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's going to be hit, drops right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Texans offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Schultz, the motion man. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Once again, it's Marks. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but in these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force them down for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down for Houston.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Ho-ho! And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action. Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Taken in by Marks. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
A run with Gainwell. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and
that's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Stroud to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Stroud. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, it's back out to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Warren. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and short yardage. It's Rock over a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Carry now for Marks. He'll push ahead to the 21. Derek Harmon, first-rounder out of Oregon, there for the stop.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
To the right side, and Kirk Scott. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Texans first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Kirk is the motion man. On the give, it's Marks. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
First down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run with Marks. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Texans getting all set to punt. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
Speed on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Rodgers now. Look wide, get this one complete. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The Texans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Texans set to punt this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Rodgers. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A carry here for Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Back to throw, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
At the 27-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
One of the tight ends motions right. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a
Delay of
delay.
game, offense. Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Stroud. To the left side, caught by Schultz. And he's out of bounds. That gain is 13. It's going to make it a much more manageable 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Stroud quickly out to Collins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On 2nd down, a run with Marks. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and he'll take it on in. Christian Kirk, touchdown, Houston. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line up for the
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
1st and 10.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments, and fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
At the 11-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one caught at the floor. To the goal line and in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So now an extra point really doesn't help that much. He'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. They'll try to do it with the screen. And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and up the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's first down. Stroud gonna set up the throw. Now screen set up for Mark.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Here's second down and 3. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one complete to Higgins. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Stroud to throw. This one is caught by Kirk. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. We get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a second and 6. To throw is Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
down.
19 more
First
on
and
that
10
one,
at the
and
27
another
yard
first
line.
down. Now Stroud. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.